Thanks for calling Kasinova right now. Hey Kasinova.
Yo,
Yo, thank you for taking your time out of your day to do this. Listen, um, all of us want to know what brought you. The first question is, what brought you into the rap game?
what brought me into the rap game? Um, Personally, it was the love for music.
That's great. Do you rap like Pac? Did you listen to Pac growing up?
Yeah,
That's good. That's good.
definitely. One of the greatest who ever done it.
Yeah, totally. Would you rather be one of the rappers that like collabs with a lot of people, or like just sings alone?
Um, I mean, I wouldn't mind working with people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm not like a stuck-up artist. You know what I mean? I work with anybody who's willing to work and actually believe in themselves. You know what I mean? And actually have the ambition to keep,
Yeah,
pushing. And, and
definitely.
just
Yeah,
got that fire in them. So, yeah, of course. Why? I don't see any harm or working with somebody else. You know what I mean? Do I wake up every day and be like, what rapper should I collab with? No. So, but anybody come with me, as long as it makes sense, then what I mean, we can make some magic happen.
yeah. What do you think of how rap has changed a lot over the years? Do you think it's changed in a positive direction or a negative direction?
Great question. It actually it changed. It definitely has changed. I can't say a negative or positive because rap has been rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, it been gangster rap way before this generation of music. Even back then in the '90s. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It was all gangster rap. You know what I mean? So it has changed as far as sound, but as far as like what we are talking about, you know,
yeah,
mm, I would say half and half. The only thing that actually changes is like we don't have that many artists that actually talks about what I mean the real. You know what I mean? Instead
yeah.
of just you know promoting drugs constantly,
Exactly.
selling drugs constantly, doing drugs constantly, and just downgrading women like all around the board. You know
Definitely.
what I mean? It
Yeah,
seems like the only thing that actually changed from back in the '90s to now is the fact that we don't have a lot of very artists that actually give us the other side of the story. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like if we're gonna talk about the trap house, let's talk about the jail time that comes behind it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
If we're gonna talk about dirty women, let's talk about the good women too. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
So we need to learn how to be not one sided. You know what I mean? Because there's always two sides to a coin. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
that's the only thing that actually changed as far as music from the '90s to now.
Another thing that's definitely changed is how rappers just like don't want to like rap after they start making money. They just make money and then they're like gone for like a year, and they have to make another album. Like Kanye used to make an album like every 5 months. Now he makes an album like every 2 years.
Because what happens with that, and that's another great one. What happens with that is some people have their peak.
Yeah,
Some people have their peak. Sometimes, some people careers don't last as long. It don't be the fact that they don't want to drop
yeah,
another album, like so on and so on. It's just like the fans make the stars. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Whatever we decide to listen to, whatever we the fans decide to buy. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. If nobody buying the music,
yeah,
then you know they got to find something else to do. You know what I mean? So it don't
yeah,
be the fact that they
definitely.
don't want to make music. It probably they just have their money invested into other situations and other businesses that takes some time and some dedication on running just as much as their music do. So sometimes they'll just put the music on the back burner for a little hot second. So just in case they don't sell as much as they did when they first dropped, they'll still have some type of income coming in, which is just a good business move.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think of like the new generation rappers? Like, who do you think Like, I know you want to be like one of the biggest guys, which is possible. You never know. But like, who do you think could be like the next biggest rapper?
Me?
You? Well, of course you. Like, other than you, though, what do you think of like Lil Uzi Vert? Do you like Lil Uzi?
I mean, he's a cool guy. You know, he's different. You know what I mean? He's an artist. You know what I mean? He paints his pictures for the people who love. You know what I mean? Listening to his music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And do I listen to a lot of Uzi Vert? No. You know what I'm saying? I don't really
Yeah.
listen to a lot of these new artists. Not because they're bad artists. It's just I grew up in a different time, in a different era. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah.
born in the 80s. You know what I mean? And I grew up listening to the 90s music. You know what I mean? So I still have that type of ear. I love their music when I'm in the club. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It gets you bouncing and stuff. And sometimes I do have some type of music. You know what I mean? Some of my music does reflect on what Uzi Vert does, or 21 Savage does, or Yachty does, or you know what I mean? Just because I know that the younger generation is loving it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I still want to be able to drop jewels and teach you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like rappers like Drake now, like they just talk about like how they're there and not how they like got there.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like they're like we're at the top, but they never talked about how they got to the top.
Yeah, and you know what? And that's what I'm saying. That goes back to the first question to, well, not the first, the second question to where they don't want to talk about the other side of the coin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They always talk about how they get it and such, but they won't talk about the struggle. For some reason, a lot of rappers like that nowadays don't want to talk about the struggle. And sometimes I wonder if did they actually have to struggle, or you know? So
Yeah.
it's like everybody just think about everybody raps about the moment. You know what I mean? They don't want to think about the past or how they were struggling before
Yeah.
they got there and stuff like that. So they just focus on the present, which is when they're getting money, you know what I'm saying, and just
Yeah.
living a lifestyle. But sometimes you'll hear it to where they'll say, you know, I didn't have this or had that, but they wouldn't dwell on it too long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I will actually to see that what makes me different to a point where I want to talk about like my past, my present, and the
Yeah.
future. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I need people to grow as they listen to my music. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why a lot of rappers, per se, don't last long in the
Yeah.
industry. It's because they don't give people the whole foundation. You know what I'm saying? Everything, like a building, it has to start with a foundation. It's just like
Definitely.
music. You know what I mean? As an artist, you have to give them the foundation. All right, this is where I came from. You know what I'm saying? I had this, and I had this, and I had this. All right, then now the next couple of 2 albums, I'm gonna talk about the grind. Me, I'm grinding right here. The people hating on me, such. People praying on my downfall, such. So then after that, the next couple of albums, you gonna talk about. All right, now after the grind, I'm finally seeing something. And then you have the next couple of albums, you know what I mean? It depends on how you want to, how long you want your career to be. It could be just album after album, you know what I'm saying? But as long as you give them a building to with a point you're rapping about, all right, now I'm living the fast life, such, but I still, you know what I mean, reach back to my community. You know what I mean? So that's the only way that you'll keep, you know what I mean, a constant flow and a constant, you know what I mean, album sales if you give them different things. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
After a while, people get tired of hearing money. All right, you got money. We know you got money. Tell me something else.
Yeah.
You know, tell me how to make it out together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what happens. That's why they fall off, because they basically give people the top of the building on a first run. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
after you tell me how you successful and all this and all that, I don't want to listen to. Ain't nothing else you can tell me now. Are you successful? If you're gonna just keep talking about how successful you are, then at that point, you can't do nothing for me, because I'm not successful. I needed somebody to tell me where they been, how they got where they what they do to get where they going, and how they got where they got excuse me, and how they get to where they got.
Yeah.
How they get to where they going. So it's more of, you know, only that way makes sense.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know, so if they can't break those three elements down, then their careers don't last long.
Yeah, definitely another thing. There's a lot of people say that Kendrick Lamar, like he like kind of goes back to like the old rap. Like he's like one of those like '90s rappers, kind of. Do you agree with that or disagree with that?
I think Kendrick Lamar is a very unique artist, and he has the ability to transform and to adapt to any situation and any generation at the same time, which is dope. You know what I mean? That's what you need. You need chameleon to do that. I agree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I agree. And at the same time, I feel as though he got the formula to mix the old with the new. You know what I mean? And still make you, nod your head, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And dance to it just like everybody do today. You know what I mean? Even though the flow can sound like something from the '90s, but he gonna make sure you got the right track, the right hook. You know what I mean? To keep your head bobbing. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. But he's definitely dope.
Yeah. So another question we have here is, what are your plans for the future on just rapping and all? What are your plans?
Right now, me and a couple of team members, and some other artists that I have that's gonna be on a squad, working on a mixtape right now.
That's good.
And we just getting a lot of business situated. And after that, I'm probably release a couple of singles with some videos worldwide.
Yeah.
Under hopefully a huge record label. It depends on if they talking correctly. And basically just I just want to change the game a bit. You know what I'm saying? I want people to get back to the drawing boards and start. I want the people to start thinking more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And really start paying attention and and peeping game at the same time. And I think that'll be something great. You know what I mean? I just want to change the world the best way I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Another thing is like, how do you think your rap like relates to Pac's rap? Not like the voice and all. Like you sound like Pac. Like I think you can kind of agree with me. But like, how does your music relate to Pac's music?
As far as because it's the real. You know what I mean? It's the real in some of the purest form. I have it to a point where, like, what made me love Pac was the fact that he gave us both sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He like he said, he wasn't a role model. He was a real model. So if you see him do something good, he's human. If he do something bad, it's all good because he's human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just wasn't walking around here acting like tough Tony. You know what I'm saying? Or he just was this thug 24/7. You know what I'm saying? He gave you all sides because he was human, and he wasn't scared to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I knew how his music affected me emotionally. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It actually, it helped me get through certain times. You know what I mean? When you down and you broke and you sometimes you don't have nobody to talk to, but you hear a record and then Pac say something that almost fits the situation that you're in, and then you feel better because you realize that you wasn't the only one that actually went through that. And you be like, yo, I want to listen to more. So when I'm feeling sad, I know I want to play this record.
Yeah.
Or when I'm feeling happy, I can play this record. Or if I'm just feeling buck wild, I can play this record.
Yeah.
From the same artist.
Yeah.
That's what made him unique.
Pac really went through a lot of like tough times as a rapper. Like he had to go through getting jumped a bunch of times, and like it was just hard back then because like there was no one to protect him really. He was alone. He had to be a tough guy.
And that's and to be honest, it's like this generation is worse.
Yeah.
This generation is worse because if you think Pac ain't had nobody to protect him, then you know what I'm saying. Can you imagine what these artists, and not just artists, but our youth, you know what I mean, our American youth or any youth in any country, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
goes through now. You know what I mean? Nowadays, we can see somebody get beat up and get their head stomped and crazy, you know, and you think the first person, what's the first thing a person will do?
Keep watching and
This
record.
generation, I'm not going to say my generation, this generation will pull out a phone and just record it and sit there so they can get likes.
Yeah.
They don't have.
Which I think is sad, because a man could be bleeding to death, head bust wide open, you know what I mean, crying for help, and nobody won't do anything but pull out a phone so they can get likes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's even worse now, because now normally if somebody see you getting hurt and a bystander walk by, they'll, oh, somebody call the police, oh my God. That'd be the first thing that come out their mouth. Now it's like, yo, where's my phone? World Star, or, you know,
For
the
real.
Shade Room, you know. So it's crazy. Instagram, Snapchat, they just want to catch it for it just to be lit. But while you doing that, somebody is dying. Somebody's kid or daughter, you know what I'm saying, or brother, or sister, or mother, or father, or auntie, or grandmother is getting brutally, you know, beaten. And the only thing that you can think about is what you're gonna put on, what type of caption you're gonna have.
Yeah,
on
100%.
social media.
100%.
And I just think I think it's just sad. You know what I mean? It's the saddest thing.
It's very sad.
You know what I mean? You could possibly think about. You know.
Like, someone's life could be at stake and people are just down there, like, recording. Even at fires, too. Like, if there's a fire in a building, people are just there recording.
Yeah, they sit there and record.
It's not right.
Yeah, but that's the generation we live in.
My friend Calmer wants to ask you a question.
Do you have any other influences that are not Tupac?
Yeah, I had a lot of influences coming up, because before I was listening to Pac, I was listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh, yeah.
They were one of my favorite groups. It's some I like DMX, you know.
Yeah, DMX.
It's not too many that influence me, but there's a lot of artists that you know I do like. I can listen to from time to time. You know what I mean? Like, I like Moneybagg Yo.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope. I like Kevin Gates.
Do you listen to like modern rap?
Do I listen to more than rap?
Yeah, like rap
To be
now.
honest, on my downtime, I really don't listen to rap. Believe it or not.
You just make
On
it.
my downtime, I like R&B.
Oh,
Oh.
I swear, in my past life, I was an R&B singer.
Like, I know a lot of people think that you're like the cover up for, you know, Pac and all. But do you think that, like, Pac is alive? You think that Pac's alive or dead?
I mean, that question I get so many times. He's alive.
You think so or you know so?
I know so. You know why he's alive?
Why?
You know how I know?
How?
how?
Because we are talking about him right now.
You're right.
So it's something in the universe, you know,
Yeah.
that's causing you to constantly mention Pac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Energy, great energy never dies. Sometimes it transforms.
Yeah. And you know who like, people are asking you, like, do you know if Pac's alive? Do you know if Pac's alive? Who are you to answer? Like, you don't know Pac. Not personally.
Yeah, I mean, if I did and if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to tell anybody.
Yeah. Definitely not. Like, that's very personal information.
Yeah, you know, give you the facts, you know.
Yeah.
But and the fans, and no disrespect, but the fans gotta understand that, like, if Pac was in a hiding, and, you know, why would somebody come out and tell him where he's at, you know?
Yeah. I think that also, like, Suge Knight, it's very weird how he goes out and say either Pac's alive, Pac's dead. He just makes the story more controversial for a lot of people. Like, I think, like, Snoop Dogg, like, that was a lot of controversy, how, like what happened in New York and all. That's pretty crazy. But, like, if a lot of people, like, keep, like, you think Pac will ever, you think he'll return?
Well, you could take his place, I believe.
I wouldn't say I take his place,
But you would like,
but I would be, I would want that same love that he has, and also I want to be, I want to be what he was to his generation. I want to be that to this generation.
Yeah.
yeah.
This generation is.
We
You know
need
what I'm
we
saying?
need a
I
rapper.
want to be that real. I want to be that real model to this generation. You know what I mean? To the people who haven't got the chance to actually go to a Tupac concert. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Or
Like, I don't think a lot of the rappers in this generation are giving a good example for all the kids.
rapper that is a good example for the kids.
Yeah.
The only person I can actually respect on that note and keeps it real is J. Cole and Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kendrick, of course.
Those, and it's another kid that's out too. He's pretty dope. I ain't really catch his name. Somebody put me on, but I didn't really get his name, so I can't even tell you. But
Would you be one of those mentors for kids?
yes, that's what I want to do with my music. Like, you know what I mean? I'm an artist, so I want to be a mentor. I want to be a mentor.
Yeah.
I want to be a real model. You know what I mean? I want to be a figure that, you know, people can, you know, look up to. I want to be exactly what Pac was to that generation. If not, I want to be better. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Learn from his mistakes and from anybody who is trying to lead a strong example amongst the people mistakes too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can't say I want to be like Pac. You know what I'm saying?
You
God
wanna-
willing, I want to be better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You want to be you want to be like the good side of Pac.
No, I can't say that because
Yeah.
I'm not an angel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, this whole earth is, you know, excuse my language, is hell. You know what I mean? So we just can't be good. We can't be good because we're running around in the devil's playground. You know what I mean? So it won't make sense for me to just be good because I will be destroyed immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, we're only human. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm going to be a role model. I'm not going to be like this positive rapper. I'm not, because there's nothing, not everything in my life is positive. You know what I'm saying? Not everything in your life is, I don't really know your lifestyle,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean? I've been through, I have my ups and downs. You know, I have my times when I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? I have my
Yes.
times when I'm struggling, and I have my times when I'm stressed out. You know what I'm saying? I have my times when I'm alone, and I have my times when I, you know, just feel hopeless and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or I have times where, you know what I mean, life just ain't, you know, working out in my favor. You know what I mean? And it's millions beyond millions that go through the same thing. So for me to just make it seem like everything is all good, that what makes me a lie. I would be lying to the people because everything is not all good. You know?
Yeah.
So at this point, I'll just be a real model.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm stressed out, just like you said, I start writing down like rhymes, and I mean I need tips because sometimes I really feel like I could be up there with like all these rappers.
Listen, you can do whatever you want to do. You know, there's no limit. Time, there's no time. Don't believe in time. Time doesn't exist. You know, if you feel if you feel that way, believe that. You know what I'm saying? Because you put that out in the universe. If you think it, speak it, and feel it, and actually take action towards it, it'll come. It'll happen. You know, but you gotta stay consistent with it. You know, you gotta believe in more than you can't worry about what other people think. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep. You know how a horse have these blind-sided things on their face when they racing,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's so they won't trip. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they need to just keep a straight head, you know what I mean, straight, so they can just look straight. If they start wondering about who's on the side of them or on this side or the left or the right, or while they're in the middle of that race, they'll stumble. They'll miss a step. You don't want to miss a step. You want to keep yourself forward. So don't worry about what nobody thinks. You know what I mean? Just do it. You know what I mean? If it don't work, you should try it again. And then if it just keeps not working, then I'm not going to say give up. You know what I mean? Just have a plan B. Do something else and come back to it. You know what I mean? Work on it. You know what I mean? Just figure out how to make it better. You know what I mean? As long as you have ambition just for something and you believe in it, it's making you happy, do it. Regardless, it ain't got to make you millions of dollars. As long as it makes you happy, that's what matters. You know what I mean? I sometimes I have to realize that because I get caught up in the money. You know? Because
Yeah.
I'm human. You know what I mean? I do have responsibilities. I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big brother. You know what I'm saying? And I'm an uncle. So certain things I do does require money. You know what I'm saying? My kids can't eat my rhyme pages and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel as though once you do it from the heart, you know, everything else will follow.
Yeah.
Just be good at it.
Yeah. People hating on you.
I mean, that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, that comes with the game. At first, when I first hit the scene, it used to bother me because I was like, damn, I didn't do nothing to this person. Why you hate me so much? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This was a gift God gave me. You know what I mean? Why would you hate me? That means like, oh, if I looked at like Pac, you know what I'm saying? Well, you gonna hate me because that's how I was born? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if I was born with only one leg, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna hate because that's what happened? No, this is what happened. You know what I mean? Everything happens for a reason. Now, as far as hate, I don't dwell on it no more. You know what I mean? I love the hate. I appreciate the hate. You know what I mean? That means I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take it. Like I said, I take it. I embrace it with love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Another thing. How's the rap game going for you? You think it's been in a positive direction so far, or
My you talking about
like
as far as
yeah,
my
like
career?
your music? Yeah.
I mean, it has its up and down. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right now I'm still grinding. You know what I mean? I ain't fully mainstream yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just it's just getting good people behind you and actually believing in your project. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And believing in you just as much as you believe in them and what they can do, and actually putting in some teamwork and making some things happen. It's in between right now.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to have an interview with us.
Hey, listen, make sure y'all tell. I don't know if y'all got the fans or whatever to follow me
I
on
will.
Instagram.
Definitely.
On official K Prince. Y'all know my Instagram, tag
Yeah.
Yeah.
the joint. And, Kasinova Official, my fan page on Facebook.
Definitely.
And all that good stuff. And Don Kasinova on Twitter.
Yeah.
My Snapchat,
Yeah,
K
and your
Prince.
Snapchat, yeah.
I appreciate y'all, man.
All right. Thank you for your time. Bye.
All right.
Sup guys, Moneyman K here, signing out. Please like and subscribe and go follow Official K Prince on Instagram. That is Kasinova. It was fun interviewing him. Bye.